Hello, this is Richard Martindale, and we've gotten questions at Martindale Digital about what is the best platform to do live streaming on the internet. Now, if you're not familiar with live streaming, it's exactly what I'm doing right now. I am live streaming this broadcast over different platforms on the internet, such as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And you can use live streaming in order to leverage your law firm marketing, because live streaming gives you the ability to create these videos easily, and you can also leverage it by putting it out on different platforms all at one time. So you don't have to go in, deal with videographers and creating videos and editing, and then going out and loading them up onto the different platforms. By live streaming directly to all these different platforms at one time, you're leveraging your time and your effort. And on today's video, I want to show you what, in our opinion, is the best platform for live streaming. So stick with me. I'm going to walk through some of the platforms that you can use, but I'm going to show you the best one that we recommend. With regard to live streaming, you may be familiar with Facebook Live. So I'm going to show you, I just shared my screen here so you can see an example of, if you're on Facebook Live, this is a kind of just a test post that I had started. And you can see there's an ability to go live, and you can use this button right here to start by creating a live broadcast directly onto Facebook. Now, that's a great idea, great tool, ability to do that. But when you do it only on Facebook, you're basically only broadcasting on one platform and reaching one Facebook page. So you can potentially broadcast to more than one Facebook page at a time, but it's really all within the Facebook platform. So it's great if that's all you have available, but it's not the only option. And in our opinion, it's not the best option. Let me show you what I would recommend with regard to your live streaming for your law firm website, the best platform. But before we get to that, I want to just help you to understand why live streaming is a great tool. So let's think about it from the standpoint of, if you're an attorney like I am, and you've done CLEs where you're doing your continuing legal education in your jurisdiction, you've probably seen a lot of these webinars, educational presentations where attorneys and different consultants are giving information to attorneys so that they can keep up their law license and get their educational hours every year. Well, the same holds true is how you can do that for your own law firm marketing. Let's say you're a divorce attorney or a bankruptcy attorney or a real estate attorney. It works in any niche that you're working in. You can create easily, using live stream, these educational videos and educational informational videos for your clients and your target audience. So if you, for example, are a divorce attorney, you can put out information for those who'd be interested in getting a divorce, and you can keep people updated on what the laws are regarding divorce. You can answer questions with regard to procedures with regard to divorce. You can put out all types of educational information using live streaming, and you can basically create these videos on the fly and be able to get the information out. It will populate not only your Facebook page, but if you do it correctly, it can fill up a YouTube channel. You can use it for Twitter content. You can repurpose it into LinkedIn and all these other platforms that you might be using, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever the next one is that comes out. But there's all these platforms that you can use. And if you're using live streaming to create the videos, you can keep people updated on what's going on in your practice area. Now, if you watched one of our previous videos, we talked about how the new mass media is the internet. Everybody is walking around these days with a phone in their pocket, and they have access to the internet. So why not for you as an attorney and your law firm to use that to your ability? You don't have to pay tens of thousands of dollars to go buy a TV airspace and put commercials on and hire, commercial videographers and do all these shoots and pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for commercial production, when you can do this live streaming directly from your office right into the internet for YouTube, Facebook, all the platforms where the people are and the people are searching. So think about that, how you can use mass media. And I'll drop a link in this video so you can go back and watch that video that we created with regard to mass media and how you can use it in leveraging your law firm marketing. But let's get back to live streaming. And live streaming, because it's such an easy method, we've gotten a lot of questions since we've been live streaming over the past few weeks during this coronavirus crisis. A lot of questions on what's the best platform to use. So here's where we're going to show you what I consider to be the best platform to use with regard to live streaming. And just a warning, it's going to be a little confusing when I share my screen, because what you're going to see is actually the back office of the live streaming that's going on right now. But I'm going to share it and hopefully you'll be able to see. But what we recommend as the best platform for live streaming is called StreamYard. And I'm going to put a link up at the bottom of the page. So using that link, you can go and test StreamYard. But if you'll kind of ignore some of the repetition, because now you're seeing my StreamYard production on the back end, it's actually replicating itself. It's almost like, you're looking in two mirrors, and so it's reflecting, infinite. But over here to the right, you can see there's a studio, and I've put in this link of, the link for StreamYard. So if you go to www.martdidge.com/StreamYard, you'll be able to see and have a test run to check out StreamYard. But basically, the positives are you can use all this branding. So if you can see here, we've got the Live with Martindale digital banners, which I can take off and put back on. You have the ability to put up custom information. So this is a banner that we use sometimes when we're starting out, if we're not on live yet, to give people information on how to connect with us. We also do it at the end to thank people for joining us and having them to contact the end. You can use logos, you can put those up. You can see the differences as far as themes that you can use to change, but you can use your brand colors, put them in. As you can see, we've got our logo in the top, but it's very good from a branding standpoint. But the best thing is, when we're using StreamYard to live stream, if you can see up here in the corner, we are live streaming right now directly onto our Martindale Digital Facebook page. We're also live streaming right into YouTube onto our YouTube channel. So it's creating live stream broadcasts and videos. Every day that we live stream creates a new video for our YouTube channel. And we're using Periscope, which live streams directly into Twitter. Now, LinkedIn does have the ability to live stream, but live streaming on LinkedIn has just started, so it's pretty brand new. I think it's in the first year or so of rollout. So they're approving people for live streaming on LinkedIn slowly, but they are rolling that out. So if that's something that you're interested in being on that platform, live streaming would be a great option. And the good thing is, you can see from using StreamYard, we are able to live stream into all three of these platforms at one time. So I'm leveraging my time, leveraging my efforts. And you can see that if you were doing this for your law firm marketing, it's giving you the ability to put out videos and put out content directly into three different social media platforms simultaneously. So I don't have to worry about creating content for Facebook, and then, okay, I've got to go create content for YouTube, and then I got to go create content for Twitter. If I'm live streaming directly into all three of these platforms, I'm leveraging my time, leveraging my efforts, and just using it to the best of my ability to get the information out there, because you may have people who are following you on Twitter, but maybe not on Facebook, or maybe they're searching on Twitter and not in YouTube, or maybe they're searching in YouTube, which is probably pretty likely because YouTube is the #2 search engine out there, and it's owned by Google, so obviously it's a big search platform. But think about that when you're creating your content, and if you're interested in doing live streaming, StreamYard is a great way for you to be able to leverage your time, leverage your efforts, and get it all done at once. So I would encourage you, at the end of this video, now that we're reaching the end, go to this website, just click on this link. It's basically a redirect link that will link you into StreamYard so you can test it out, you can see more information about it, and you can find out if live streaming is good for you. But I would recommend that you test it out for your law firm, because, as I said, it's an easy way for you to get information and content out there into your social media platforms where people are looking for you and where you're wanting to create content anyway. So if you can leverage your time and your effort and use StreamYard to do this live streaming directly into those platforms, then you're gonna be much more efficient, much more effective, and you're gonna have many more ideal clients coming to look for you and wanting to hire you to be their attorney. So that's what we recommend with regard to live streaming. I hope that answers your questions with regard to live streaming. But again, I encourage you to go check it out. StreamYard, it's the way to go with regard to live streaming. Thanks so much, and I hope if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. We put out content and we live stream every day at 5 o'clock Central. So watch us there, or if you're watching us on Facebook, like our page, and again, come back and watch us every day at 5 o'clock Central, and we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a blessed day.